Hey loves, thanks for joining me. I'm going to be using the Butterfly Kaleidoscope Stampin' Cut dies from Crafter's Companion, and I am going to show you the correct way to use it, and then there is another way that I tried to do it and it didn't come out as good, but we'll talk about that later. So you're going to need a piece of cardstock. I'm using a cheap piece of printer paper, but you should use cardstock. I have already created my template, so that's why I'm just using this cheap piece of paper to show you. So what you're going to do is take your card base, A2, A7, A6, whatever you want to use, and you're going to take it and you are going to place it on the piece of paper. Oh, and for the size of the paper, if you are using the standard foil press, just make it enough to cover up the foil press. Okay, if you're using the newer foil press, which is the 9x12, you need to make sure your paper is larger. Okay, so then what you're going to do is take your card base and you're just going to trace around the corners. That's it. You don't have to outline the full card, just the full corners. And the purpose of this is for when we lay our Stampin' Cut dies, that we're staying in place with our dies, so that our dies are not on the edge or up here or wherever. Okay, so this is a guide. The next thing you're going to do is take however many dies that you are going to use. So you just take whatever and you're going to place them, making sure that you stay within the little perimeters here, the little guidelines. So stay in there. And I made a mistake when I was playing with the dragonflies, and I did not do that. I'll show you in just a moment. So anyways, you're going to take these and place them staying in that area, and you're just going to go around and trace each one. Okay, and use a darker color pencil. This is a silver color pencil I had, so you're just going to trace each one. Okay, and then after you do that, you are going to cut out each one. You want to fussy cut it, unless you can get in there with your scissors. Do not cut like the borders. So just take your little, I don't have my craft knife with me, but cut them out. Okay, then after you do that, you should have something that looks like this. Okay, right here. So I've chosen to use 3 out of the 4 butterflies, so that's what we have. And then what I'm going to do now is I am going to start heating up my foil press, and I have it on low, and we are going to be doing 20 seconds, but right now I just have it heating. So while I'm doing that, I'm going to get my foil and my cardstock ready. Okay, that was quick because I've had it on to do the dragonflies before I did this video. So what you're going to do is take your template and you're going to cut out your foil enough to cover your design. Okay, so you're just going to do that. And then now that my thingy has beeped, I am going to take the dies, the same exact dies that I used, and you can use a piece of washi tape, or this is a piece of Crafter's Companion low tack tape, and you just want to lay this down, and I'm just going to place some tape to hold it down to the foil press. Okay, so just like this, so that it lifts up. So what you're going to do is take the same exact dies that you traced, and you're going to place them back in position. Make sure you have your metal shim that on the foil plate. That's very important with the Stampin' Cut dies. I have seemed to lost a butterfly, so give me a moment. Let me find that. Oh, it's still stuck on the package. Okay, so you're gonna take it and you're gonna place them in, right? And then now what we're going to do is remove this, and I'm going to place my top plate on, and I'm using my larger, not the Pro, but the regular Gemini. So I'm using the extender plate, and I have it on low, and I'm going to place this on for 20 seconds. Okay. So while I'm doing that, I have my foil ready, and I have my card ready. So just waiting. And then you're going to take this. You have to be careful though, because I find that the dies do move around, so you have to be really careful when you're transferring it to the Gemini. So I'm just going to place this back on like this. I'm going to place my foil on. I'm going to close this, and then I am going to place my cardstock. And as you can see, it's outlined, so you just match up to your lines. Okay, and then I'm going to take my top plate, placing it over, and then I am going to transport this to run it through my Gemini. And be really careful, because I found that the dies move around, they slide, because they're on that metal shim. So let's hope they stay in place. So I'm going to move this to the side, and I'll come back, take my top plate off, and I'm going to gently, let me show you. I'm not showing you. So I'm going to, I took my top plate off, so I'm going to gently lift this up. Okay, be careful. If you need to use your tweezers that come with it, your magnetic tweezers, if it's too hot, be careful. So I'm going to take these off. Well, as you can see, they slide off, and I'm just going to lay this. I'm not going to put this back in because I'm not ready to use it again yet. So let's take a look. So what's going to happen is you're going to peel off your foil. Okay, right here, very pretty. I'm going to take off my cardstock. Look at that. How pretty is that? Now, before we move on, let me explain something to you. So I'm not familiar with the Stampin' Cut dies. When I foil press, I just use the regular foiling dies, or I'll foil a die cut. So the Stampin' Cut is new for me. So I was like, okay, well, why do I have to trace and cut out and all of this stuff, right? Why can't I just throw them on the machine and put the piece of paper in the foil? And you can do that, and I did it, but look what happened. The extra foiling is onto my card base. You see that? But when you have this stencil, you see how the extra foiling is on. I don't know if you can see it, but you see it's on the actual blueprint, your little template. And this is perfect. It has no overfoiling on it whatsoever. So that's why I'm assuming that's why it's done that way. Okay, so that might be something for someone else to learn as well, if you're a hardhead like me. So then now what we'll do is lift these pretty wings up. So pretty. And the foil I've used, let me show you, is this one. And this is from Crafter's Companion. And this is Silver Shimmer. So that's Silver Shimmer. And then what I have, so I have my, I have a background here. So I'm going to glue this to this, but I'm actually going to use some foam tape on here so that when it's lifted, that way when the leaves come up, the pretty paper will show through. So that's what I'm going to do. If I can find my foam tape. So yeah, that's how you do it, and It's not hard. Like I said, I had to teach myself a lesson trying to break the rules, and it didn't work out. So that's super easy. And I do have the dragonflies. Let me show you what happened with the dragonflies also. Like I said, I was playing around with this before I decided to record, because I don't want to, something that I'm not familiar with, I don't want to mislead anybody, or, you know, have you guys doing the wrong thing, or having troubleshooting and I can't help you. So the dragonfly, when I did decide to do it the right way, here is my dragonfly, right? So I did it, and what happened was, obviously you flip it like this. My dragonfly is a little out of the perimeter, so you see how when it cut on the edge, so you have to stay in the perimeter. So when I did the butterfly, I learned my lesson. I'm like, okay, pay attention. So there we go. So just hope I can help someone. So anyways, let me just get these pieces of foam backings off, and I'm going to adhere this to my pretty card. Now I haven't picked out a sentiment or all of the other fixings to this card, but I just wanted to show you how to use this. And I've had this for a month, maybe a month or two. It was on one of my recent haul videos, maybe February. It could have been, I don't think it was, I think it was March. It might have been March. But I'm just now getting around to playing with the foil press. So then I'm just going to place this on. Okay. And then I'm just going to glue this to my card base. Just trying to line this up. It's not cooperating. So like I said, I don't really have all of the decorations or anything picked out for the card to finish it, but you obviously can decorate whatever you want. I may come back and decorate it and leave a picture for you. So I hope you guys found this helpful. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you guys in another video. Bye. Okay guys, so paying more attention to this card as I was attempting to decorate it, I noticed something. When I was removing the foil, I didn't remove all of the foil. Now I noticed this because I'm like, why is this lifting a little bit? So then I looked at the butterfly on the packaging, and I'm like, okay, we're missing something here. Well, we're not missing something, but this is covered up. So please remove all of your foil. Okay, now if I can get it off. Yeah, I was so quick and so happy to reveal and show you. I did not completely remove this foil, and there we go. That's how it's supposed to look. So don't yell at me. I could edit this out, but I'm not going to. I could redo this video, but I'm not going to. So yeah, like I said, I'm not familiar with the stamp and cut. So obviously you see that here on this video. So yeah, I just need to remove all of these. Where are my tweezers? So just make sure you remove yours completely and not partially. Okay, I thought that was funny. I'm like, oh my gosh, should I tell them? And I'm like, okay, let me tell them, because somebody in the comments or maybe like, I don't think you did that right. Oh my gosh, look at the struggle. Why do I struggle with like peeling stuff? I have the same problem with stickers. Look at that, so pretty. It was pretty to me this way, but I'm so sorry. It was pretty to me this way because I like the more bling the better, but this actually gives that beautiful, beautiful detail of the butterfly. So there we go. So like I said, I will try to finish decorating this, but I want you to see the full reveal. So let me just get this off. I will try to finish decorating and I'll come back. So there we go. Pretty, right? Very pretty. Okay, I'll be back. All right, so here is the finished foil press card with the full piece of foil removed that was not supposed to be there. Laugh out loud. So lift the pretty wings. You can see the beautiful paper. And then I just added a border of florals and just some jewels. Okay, so that's it. And if you guys watch me, most of the time, most of the time I leave my cards blank without a sentiment until I am ready to use it. That way I always have a card prepared, as well as when I sell them, customers can request to have it personalized. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys like it. I'm going like this so you can see all of that sparkle. Super pretty. Thanks guys. Bye.